Now, live from Canter's Deli, here is Peter Tilden.
That's where we are, Canter's Deli, with film czar Tom Sherak, general manager of the Dodgers, Ned Colletti, Jason Alexander from Seinfeld. What else do you want to say? Tony Award winner? Yes. Councilman Dennis Zine, former Councilman Dennis Zine, Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon, and Dr. David Kipper's on the line. And David, Tom has a question for you.
Hey, David, here's a medical question for you. A friend of mine from Pacoima has a enlarged lymph node in his pelvic area that's pressing on a nerve. And the nerve is affecting pain in his back under his rib. And he's been put on a oral chemotherapy to reduce the size of the lymph node so it doesn't press on the nerve. Is there any time limit, that it would take for this stuff to start working?
Tom, if this is going to work, it should work within weeks. And if it doesn't work, another option for your friend would be to what we call ablate the nerve. They can actually, using MRI guidance, they can actually put a needle into that area and they can deaden the nerve. So my guess is what they'll do is they'll give this a few weeks to see if in fact the tumor or the node starts to shrink. If not, they do have some options for him.
Okay, thank you.
One option would be to get out of Pacoima.
Right.
Whoa. We have people in Jason's kidding. This is why your movies don't do better. You alienate people. We got a question for Jason.
They don't do better because I don't make them. That slows them down.
By the way, yeah. We got a question from Jason from John. Go ahead, John. What's your question for Jason Alexander?
Hey, Jason. I'm a theater student out of the Central Coast of California. And if I ever had the opportunity to ask you this question, I was going to ask you, so here it is. You were on Seinfeld, a pretty popular TV show, and now you're in theater. And my question is, do you prefer theater as opposed to television?
Good question, Dan. Actually, you got it in reverse order. I was doing theater, and that's what I thought my life and career was going to be, and then that little happy detour took place. It's not a matter of preferring. They all have different challenges. They all have different rewards. But if you really are a craftsman, if you really know your craft, the only place where it's all you and nobody else is in the theater. Once that curtain goes up, nobody's editing you, nobody's scoring you, nobody's changing your performance. So
and theater pays so much better too.
Oh yes, absolutely, top dollar. But theater's the most challenging. You get one shot at it. If you don't do it right, that audience never gets that experience again. So I do like it an awful lot.
Thank you, John.
I thought you'd say that. Thanks.
By the way, speaking of theater, do the story. You hit the stage and realized.
Yeah, I was doing a show on Broadway, and the deal was once I set foot on stage in the first act, I'm on for an hour and 10 minutes, and I'm in the wings waiting for my cue, and I feel a little grumbling in the stomach, and I check in with myself. I go, no, it's fine. I'm fine. I should be fine. And I walk out on stage, and the minute I step through the door of the set, I go, I am in desperate need of a bathroom. And now the clock is ticking. There is no exit. There is no way to get out. There is no way to turn to the audience and go, I'm sorry, folks, I ate a bad clam. There's just nothing you can do. And so for an hour and 10 minutes, it looked like someone turned a hose on me. I was davening for the Jews in the audience to know exactly what the movement was. I had a hell of a workout. For a moment, there was actually the set was a full house, so it had a non-working bathroom on the stage. And for a moment there, I was so desperate, I thought, could I do it? Could I be that guy? Can I relieve myself in a non-working toilet on a Broadway stage? And I was going to do it, but then no matter what happened in my life, no matter what awards I win, no matter what good deeds I do, I would always be that guy.
The guy who took a dump on a stage in a non-working toilet. Kevin, did that ever happen to you when you're singing "Keep on Rolling"?
Well, I was just going to say one thing you don't want to do, no matter how bad you have to pee in the middle of a performance, is pee into a Gatorade bottle, because then it can lead to all sorts of confusion.
Especially,
I have some personal experience.
So
I don't want to get into
So you're
details.
singing in the middle of a show and you realize, wow, I ate some bad something or whatever. What do you do?
Oh, I peed in,
Where do you do it, behind the amps?
Yeah, behind the amps, wherever I have to. It's garbage cans.
Wow.
Literally Gatorade bottle and it did lead to certain confusion. There was a little, it was Gatorade roulette after the concert there.
And this was the orange Gatorade, which begs so many questions.
David Kipper, if your urine's orange, what are we talking about there?
I can't.
Yeah, I can't get
It's
into
the
that.
beta-carotene. I know. It's okay.
And by the way, you know, we haven't talked to Councilman Dennis Zine. How do you-
Why break that record now?
I was talking to him during the commercial break. Very, very
Unbelievable, knowledgeable, right?
unbelievable.
And what station are we on?
Yeah.
We're 790 KABC.
So are you missing it now? You're going through
Missing 790 KABC?
No, withdrawal from the city council.
I'm not going with withdrawal. I'm busy every
And
day.
you left and they got a pay raise.
Well, I think I still may be qualified for that, which is ironic.
What do you think about that in today's world?
1.4% is what they're getting. They're tied into the Superior Court judges, and that's part of the deal that they automatically tie in. It used to be set by the council. Years ago, they changed it, and they're tied into it used to be municipal court. Municipal court was eliminated, so it's.
And what do you think? I just saw that Jan Perry got she's now the head of a made up thing. That they created a thing so they could give her $214,000.
Isn't that interesting?
Seriously,
Jan Perry was out there helping Garcetti. He became mayor. Wendy Gruhl didn't become
And what
mayor.
is she the head of now? She's the head of the balances and checks of
some
economics
situation.
thing.
Yes, okay.
Is
But
it
the
an
thing-
actual office or is it a phase?
No, there's an office, but as far as Tom goes, what Tom needs to understand is the city needs to wake up and work with you, work with the industry. The Dodgers are doing very, very well. We know the Dodgers have come around from a couple years ago, but every time someone goes out to an event, every time someone goes to a movie, they're spending money. That's helping the economy. It's putting people to work. That's what we need to do is focus on that. And when you're doing a play here in Hollywood, REO's performing at Universal or the Greek Theater or the Hollywood Bowl, whatever, all those patrons are spending money. That's helping the economy. That's putting people to work. That's what we need to do. We need to focus on that. But there are some scandals going on. There's a scandal with the Sheriff's Department. Gloria Molina came out today slashing.
My favorite thing is
Sheriff
that the
Baca.
guys who are running against Baca were all in the sheriff's department while all this was going on, but they're going. They hope you have what amnesia.
They want to put distance between themselves, and it's going to be interesting what happens with that election.
All you have to say in the debate is, "Wait a minute, weren't you a sheriff at that point?"
Well, we're going to see what happens. That's going to play out. And then you got the Water and Power, the $40 million. The controller went after Water and Power.
Yeah, today the Department of Water and Power said, "Yeah, we're not going to show you
Well,
where the money was spent."
It was the union, and I spoke to that union director today, and he said, "You know what? We're not going to show anything. Let them take us to court."
And by the way, you know what I did today? I did my own little thing. I said to my wife, "You know what?" I called DWP and said, "Well, you know what? You're going to show us the money? I'm not paying the bill." And I've been using my neighbor's toilet since then. They didn't like that. Let's take a break. Wait. We'll do it when we come back. I got to take.
We got to go to 790 KABC, right?
Going to do traffic. We'll be right back with the question.
On the
that
fours
Tom-
or whenever we feel like
We'll
it.
finish the question that Tom started by saying, "Would you have whatever the second half of that question is?" We'll finish right after we do this.